If someone says, okay, you want kids in 2 years, what are you doing?
They're babies.
Good morning! Tell them what you're doing, babe.
Going to sell my bike.
Are you sad?
Yeah.
We had a lot of memories with that bike.
So...
Will you kick that thing?
So yeah, selling my bike today. Girl offered me what I was asking, and I can't say no, because usually when you buy something, you think you're gonna lose money, but
You're gaining it.
she offered me something that I couldn't refuse.
Love you. Whoa, I look a little crazy. Taylor is doing that, and I am going to edit the vlog. It is freezing here. I kind of wish I was back in Florida where it's warm and sunny and beautiful, and this entire week in Austin is supposed to be cloudy, cold, and wet. Not fun. Not fun at all. I think that's about it. We slept in until 12 in the afternoon because we were just so exhausted from this weekend. I feel like we haven't gotten any sleep, and now we just got to sleep our own beds and we got to sleep in, so that was really nice. Kind of what's happening right now. And guys, welcome to our day.
Kelsey wants to talk about babies. Go.
So the past week or so, we have been thinking about our future, and yes, we do want kids. We don't really know when, and it's also not that easy for us to have children.
I know for males with CF, there's like a 1 to 2% chance that we can naturally have kids. How do I put this in PG term? There's a tube that's not developed in most people with CF.
Males with CF.
Males with CF.
What we're trying to say is that we have to use IVF, which is a procedure. What do you call a procedure?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a procedure where they take my eggs, they take Taylor's sperm, they pretty much put it in a petri dish to make embryos. And then they will put it back inside me.
As you can tell, we're really comfortable about talking about this on camera.
Well, it's because I know, like, my brother and sister watch it. That's all I'm thinking of right now. So this process and this procedure is very expensive. It's around
$20,000.
Yeah, $20,000.
And insurance doesn't pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's painful.
Yeah, it's painful for mostly on the female. But
besides a needle going into my manly goods.
Yeah. But I mean, so just to a broad scheme of things, IVF is how we are going to have our biological children. And
maybe not. We don't know if that tube's underdeveloped or not. So yeah, that's the first thing that we have to find out, is if we can have kids naturally.
And there's a 2% chance. So I've been doing some research, and I just want to talk to a doctor. I want to know as much information as I possibly can, because I know about IVF and I know the procedure, but I don't know the details. I want to know the details. We should know exactly what we're getting ourselves into, how much it costs, how long the process will take, and all of this kind of stuff. So I was calling around to fertility clinics, and some people weren't very helpful, and then I stumbled upon that they have an IVF orientation and explaining the procedure and the process and how everything goes, and we'll get to talk to a doctor, and it's for free. So we're going to go to downtown Austin, and we're going to do that later. So I think that will answer a lot of our questions, and just kind of get us knowledge about everything, because
we want kids, we don't know when, but we know this is going to be a long process, so we want to be prepared because it's going to be costly. So
yeah,
it's going to be a time of saving up, and yeah, we don't know how long that's going to take. So
and we will tell you about the class once we get back. And we are back.
Go on, tell me your thoughts.
So we get there. First of all, that hospital is beautiful. It looked like a hotel almost. And there are a lot of people. I mean, we learned a lot, but like we knew the basics of IVF.
But they went into very detailed
Yeah, they went into
explanations.
Yeah, which definitely helped because I wanted to know everything and anything. And this whole, I don't know, just learning more is more like stressful for me and like overwhelming for me, and I just feel exhausted all day because I've just been thinking about it all day.
She wants to have a baby.
My womanly instincts and part of me want to have a kid right now, but I mean the wise thing to do is to wait. First of all, we are not financially able to have a child at this point in time. And then we also need to spend more time with each other, because once we have a child, there's no taking the child back until
put it back in.
Unless it's like 18 years down the road when they're graduated.
So they were saying that you can genetically test the embryos when they're fertilized to see if the baby has any, to make sure it's normal.
Doesn't have any diseases or any missing chromosomes, and you can even see what the gender is.
And we were talking about it on the way home, and there's just a moral conflict with me picking your baby because I feel like we are incompatible or incompetent to be able to pick our child, especially, I don't know, it's hard for me to say that us as humans are competent of picking our child. We feel like it should be a God thing, and it should be something that happens on His time and His schedule and His plan, and not ours. And I feel like us being able to pick is just a moral conflict, because, you know, a good example that it's a hard pill to swallow is if my parents were able to genetic test me before I was born, they probably would have discarded my embryo and I would have never been born. And I just, you know, I don't want our child not to be born because we are scared as parents.
That was a big topic that people kept asking about.
Is genetic testing. You know, and Kelsey's not a carrier of CF, so our child might be a carrier of CF, but the likelihood of them having it is near impossible. But
the whole process takes about 3 months and around $15,000.
At the minimum, without genetic testing. Yeah, we said 2 years when we got married.
And it's been 8 months.
No, way too fast.
Way too fast.
Gosh, if we said 2 years, we should start getting started now, because it takes a year to have a kid.
Hell no.
Literally, from the time we start IVF.
I know, but okay, so if someone says, okay, you want kids in 2 years, what are you doing?
There's babies.
Okay, we're saying we're having kids in 2 years.
Does that mean you're getting pregnant in 2 years, or does that mean you have popping
To
out a
me,
kid in 2
it says.
years?
To me, it means you're getting pregnant
Yes,
in 2 years.
same here.
Okay, that's good. So guys, that's kind of our 2 cents of having kids. And it was really nice to get all the information that we possibly could on IVF, because that's the way we're going to do it. The next step we are going to take is to see if Taylor is fertile or infertile. But like we said before, it's 2% chance that he is fertile. But it would just be nice to know. So guys, thanks for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow.
Come here, buddy. Say goodbye.
Good night, Rust. Good night, Rusty. Good night. Wait, you gotta say good night. Oh, good night, Daddy. Good night, sweet pumpkin.